In this video, I'm going to go over the measurements of angles and arcs in circles. So we all know that circles add up to 360 degrees. So circles are 360 degrees. And half a circle is 180 degrees. So when we're trying to find out what each of these arcs are in a circle, what helps is to find diameters. So the first one I'm going to do, and I'll do these in different color to make it easier. So this first diameter is half a circle. So we know this whole part is 180 degrees. So what I can do is 180 degrees minus 45 to get me that angle right, or that arc right there. So 180 minus 45 is going to give me 135 degrees. Now I can do this on the other side too. And I'm going to do this one straight across right here. And we know that this one is 180 degrees also, if I add them all up. So I can go 180 minus the 45 minus the 64 to get me that angle right there. And that's what I'm going to do. 180 minus 45 minus 64, straight onto my calculator. And I get this one, to be 71 degrees. And now that is a little messy, so I'm going to erase a little bit. And I'm going to, get these. So that way we have that part. Now, if I get the last color, I need to find this last one down here. I need to find this one right here. I'm going to do it in a different color. And if I can always draw my line going this way. And I know that going this way, all of that is 180 degrees. So I can go 180 minus 135 to get me this angle, this arc right there, which is going to give me 45 degrees. Always look to see if you can find diameters. It will make it a lot easier. So again, second one, we're going to find out what it is. We know this one is 180 degrees. And I'm going to subtract the two arcs that I do know. Okay, and then you plug it in. And we can find out that this arc is going to be 44 degrees. And just going to erase a little bit so it makes it a little bit easier to see. If I pick a different color, I can go straight down. And this one's nice because I can also figure out what this one is, and I also can figure out what this one is. So for the one on the right, I can go 180 minus 65 minus 44 to get me that angle. And on the left, I can go 180 minus 71 to get me this one. And then you just plug it in. And the one on the right is going to be 71 degrees. And the one on the left is going to be 109 degrees. So that's how you figure out. It's sort of like a puzzle. If you can find the diameter, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, the next thing we're going to be talking about are central arc angles and arcs. So when we have a central angle, so remember, central is if it touches the center, the vertex touches the center. So if arc, couldn't write that on the computer, if arc CQ was 80 degrees, the interesting thing about finding the angle, if it's a central angle, it's going to be exactly the same. That's the nice part. So central angles and arcs are equal or the same, however you want to be doing it. Now for the next one, they're giving us a clue. So angle VTU, so this angle is 70 degrees. And we need to find VY, sorry. Shoot, I labeled it wrong. Let me go back and correct that. Sometimes that happens. Let me change different color. Okay, so VTU, angle VTU is 70 degrees. They want us to find this. And what would that be? Well, since I know it is a central angle, we know it's going to be exactly the same. Then the last one we're going to do is inscribed angles. So we're looking at this arc, and we're talking about this angle. And if we look at it, the angle does not look like it's the same size as the arc. And in this case, it is not. The arc is twice as big as your angle. Or if you find out the angle, like in the next one, the angle is equal to half your arc. Okay, so here we know the arc. So the arc is 80. And the angle is half of it. So if we just do half of it, okay, or you can write it as angle is equal to 1/2 80 degrees. Let me erase that other one. Just different ways to do it, depending on which one you like. And our angle is going to be 40 degrees. If you plugged it into the first equation, which I was trying to do, our arc is 80. 2 times our angle, you could divide by 2, and it still will give you the same thing, depending on how you like to write it. Now, this angle, and I always like drawing over it because it makes it easier to see, is talking about this arc. So the angle is 42 degrees. We want to find out what the arc is. So I'm going to use that first equation because I'm going to try to find the arc. I'm going to just go arc is equal to 2 times our angle, which is going to give us 84 degrees. Okay? Now, this last one I do like. So if we find out, we always start with what we know. So this angle is 27 degrees. We want to find out what this arc is. So this arc is going to be twice the angle. So it is going to be 54 degrees. Now, if we want to find x, and this is why I like doing the colors, we see x and its arc, the arc is exactly the same. So that means our angle is also going to be the same as the first one, 27 degrees. And you can check your work. So our angle is half of our arc. So our angle is going to be 27 degrees. All right, hopefully this will help you for your assignment on Thursday.